Yeah, we don't have an echo. We're good there.
Okay, good. That's awesome.
Okay, and it's still loading on the live stream. Let's give it just a couple of seconds. Come on.
Watched pot.
I know they say that line is supposed to go all the way over, but it doesn't
Yes.
seem to be moving.
It's moving very, very slowly. You can see a little bit of movement. But it really slowed down.
It really slowed down. Okay, well, we're recording it anyway, so
All
that's
right.
what we're gonna do.
All right, sounds good to me. So yeah,
Okay.
I'd like to call this meeting of the Human Rights Commission on Wednesday, September 17th to order. On the agenda, can move to item number 2, the approval of the minutes from the last meeting or meetings, Carol?
I move that we approve the minutes from last meeting.
Okay.
Diane first, anybody second?
I can second that.
Okay. And then,
All right, so third item on the agenda, reviewing and processing our Summer Be the Change event. I thought it was great. I don't know if you all can see me right now, but I just want to thank each of you individually, first of all, for stepping up and making this like an incredible event. I saw this all over social media. The backpacking, the videos that AJ Tanyakos did, like it it was an event that just truly could not have been done without each and every single one of you. So I really, really just want to just say thank you for each and every one of you did something so special and really brought it together. And I couldn't be more thankful for how it turned out. So I don't know if anyone wants to add to that, but really thank you all so much. It was just a tremendous success.
I think there was such energy there and people just really, everybody seemed to get something. It truly accomplished, I think, what we were hoping to accomplish.
No, 100%. And having it with the concert was just so good. It was such a draw. I really, I really thought that this was just such a great event and something that we could do again in the future. You know, just which is great.
Yeah, and I talked to Bill after and he's open to that. And it's kind of a nice match. It happened on the anniversary of ADA.
Right. Yeah.
Which he does a celebration on, and I'm the ADA coordinator. So it just kind of connects all the pieces and, might be a different topic maybe, but maybe a good day to do it again next year. But I'm skipping ahead, sorry.
No, that I agree with that. But and then really just also just really big shout out to our new members, Katie and Zahina, who just like really stepped up. I have to say, like, you both have just been such, I know Zahina's not here with us right now, but you both have been such a tremendous addition to this team. And I really wanted to thank you for everything that you did too. So that was just amazing. So
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I agree. It was a lot of fun, really successful, a lot of energy in the crowd. Everybody was so excited. We had a nice amount of people coming over for their face painting, and I had my henna. I literally got my henna done. I was the last person, I think, maybe before Jamela, I think, but it was dark outside.
Somebody was holding the flashlight, right?
Yeah, exactly. Her son was holding a flashlight, but it was just great. And just
I loved it. Mine lasted a good week.
Yeah, mine did too.
Mine almost 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, I got mine on the inside of my hand and it lasted, about a week.
Yeah.
very cool.
It was great. Thanks to everybody. We make a good team.
Agreed.
Yeah, even down to like the last minute where we're not scrambling, but trying to get everything done. It worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
I felt like we had good organization.
Well, and I think Katie with her to-do list kept us on track.
Definitely something to follow for our next event.
Yeah. No, it was great. Very good. But if if we're all set there, we can just keep that moving. Um, Carol, do you have the dates in front of you for the next
For the
agenda?
next meeting?
Yeah. So it's a review and accept the meeting schedule for the upcoming year.
Yeah, so we have our dates through the end of the year, so the only other meeting that's scheduled in advance is the second Wednesday of November. Now, that being said, when I put this notice out, I think a lot of folks like weren't thinking of it on a Wednesday because of a lot of our special meetings for planning for the event were on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So this is our opportunity to either agree that we're gonna keep it third Wednesdays or open it up to another day if that works better for members.
I have no real preference. I like to stay away from Monday and Tuesday. Those are my busiest days at work. But Wednesday, Thursday, are either one is fine with me.
Same.
Wednesdays work.
Same, and I'll put them in my calendar so I don't forget.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not opposed to just keeping a Wednesday consistent for us, just because we've, besides the special meetings, have been used to it.
Okay, so third,
Wednesday works for me.
Jamala?
Yes, Wednesday works.
Okay. So we can keep it at third Wednesdays, odd months. And then we obviously, as we get closer to planning something, can add in special meetings.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
Do you mind listing that out when you do the minutes, what they
Yeah, of course.
actually are?
Yeah.
Okay,
So we're not having one in October.
no,
Right.
so it'll be third
Just
Wednesday of November.
It's
Does
third
anybody?
Wednesday of November.
Yeah, I'm just-
Perfect.
Yeah.
Got it?
Third Wednesday of November,
Is
so that'll be Wednesday, November 19th.
November 19th, yeah.
Mhm.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, I just looked.
Okay, do we want to do a motion to make it formal in a second?
Yeah, I'd like to call for a motion to make our event schedule formal.
I second.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Hi.
Opposed?
We're such an agreeable group.
All right. Okay, that was good. So our next item on the agenda is to talk about our upcoming year, our events and schedule for the upcoming year. Ooh. All right. Well, what do we think about that? We like the idea of this type of event, this summertime, possibly coordinating with Parks and Rec, this
Yeah.
like maybe, I mean, the services could change, but keeping the idea of like a be the change event, if we wanted to keep that like as a theme consistent, and even if we just changed up, what we did as our like active service for the event, or I'm just spitballing, but I'm not sure what you all think about it. If anyone has any brand new ideas or anything, I'd love to, just talk about that now. And
I think it would be a good idea to sort of continue the theme since we already have something to start off with, something to work with. And if anybody has like any different ideas along the way, we could always adjust because we're still pretty far out where we can be in like the brainstorming, planning phase for a little bit.
yeah, no, 100%. And I've just been, kind of thinking about this just as like, in terms of what this commission does and like what, our goals in each year is to have this kind of annual event, and what would be really nice for us is to have something reoccurring, right? Every year, kind of like be the change that every year this commission comes together, and, all the members, whoever they may be in 10, 20 years, like something that, not to take the creativity away from them planning their own event, but like something for them to like look to, almost to do. It would make, to make a a tradition out of, whatever event we do. Like, I think that's really cool. And I think that that would be something really just, if the commission was to change, greatly and like, in a few years, it's just something that anybody could do. And I feel like that, that's really good. I think that we set a really strong precedent for that, a really successful event that could be replicated again in the future that, that we do. So
Yeah, and I think there's a benefit to having it be an annual, because then people like, a few more people hear about it every
Yes.
year and it
Right.
becomes something that they look forward to. Oh, yeah, let's do
Exactly.
the summer human rights event. Yeah.
and like next year will be our second annual, and then third, you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
like you said, Carol, people will associate that with an annual event that they really enjoy, and like, that could be really good, and especially in terms of getting people out there. So I really like the idea of running along that theme at least, and seeing how we can, team up with
I
Parks
know
and Rec for the
Park and
crowd.
Rec. I know Park and Rec plans like way in advance, so if you want between now and next meeting, I can just,
Right.
reach out to them and see if we can piggyback with their ADA summer day, concert day. Is that
Yeah.
the day that we think would be good? It's typically in July.
No, yeah, I love the ADA, celebration for what it is anyways, because, that's such a great achievement to be celebrating already, and to tie our theme in with that, I think it works really well too.
I think it's a great idea. And also it might even be easier to get some sort of press coverage, because at this point it'll be the annual, the second annual, third annual, fourth annual.
That's
People
true.
will know it, they'll remember it, and hopefully we can get some coverage.
Yeah. Maybe next year I'll remember to send it out to like NBC and WFSB and see if it's one of those
And I
stories.
sent it to them, but coming from you, it might matter.
Maybe I'll maybe I'll look into my connections and
Please.
put emails. But yeah, something to consider. But
Do you
yeah.
have any news to share with us, Lucas?
We have to we're waiting to hear more news, but
Okay.
I will the conversation hasn't ended yet.
Oh, good. I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
Me too.
we will there hopefully is more coming soon, but I had another meeting recently, so we'll see.
Good. Updates to come.
Fingers
Okay.
crossed. So
Prayers up.
So I like the idea. Sorry, I was trying to chime in. I didn't realize I was muted, but I like the idea as well about keeping the theme be the change. And if we can think of something like to have a focus, for example, be the change, how can we help homelessness and provide services around that? Or be the change, how can we feed people in our community and provide services or provide information out there? Be the change, having a healthier community, providing with resources or different things around the health services that are available in the community. Even if you had the, dentists come out sometimes, or so like we can have a particular focus if we find a need within Newington, and then provide services around that particular area.
no,
I
100%.
know it as the Connecticut Local Administrators of Social Services, we're all waiting on a report in early October as to, what will come of the federal budget, and then how that will play out with the state budget, and then obviously trickle down to the local budget. So maybe at our November meeting, we'll have updates on that, and that might spur, I must get 4 calls a day of people just panicking.
Yeah.
They don't know if they're gonna get energy, they don't know if their rental assistance is gonna be cut, they don't, know if their medical
Insurance.
coverage is gonna be cut. People are just in a constant state of anxiety, so maybe something addressing that in some way once we know what we're actually dealing with.
Yeah. When we know what we're actually dealing with, this I know about that, girl. It's crazy. So
I know that at the church, I believe next weekend, they are gonna have some sort of like community I guess, conversation about how people are feeling, like with all,
I think that's Friday.
is it?
Yeah, I think I got a notice. I was just looking it up.
Yeah, okay, I must have been mistaken. It's not next weekend, it's
I
on
think it's
Fridays.
Friday, yeah, and I responded, I'm not able to make it, but yeah, I saw it just earlier today.
Yeah,
It's
cause
6:30 at Friday at first.
yeah, the
Congregational.
church right there.
Yeah, I forgot what they were calling it, something about healing.
Yeah, it was like a
Yeah.
calling out our brokenness, I think,
Yeah.
something like that. But
Yeah.
anyways,
I don't even know how to look.
yeah, they're having like some sort of conversation with the community where people are sort of venting their concerns and what needs
Gathering,
to kind of
yes, here it is.
what that reminded me of.
It's an ecumenical service called Gathering to Grieve, Naming Our Brokenness. All are welcome, and it's at the Church of Christ Congregational Church at 1075 Main Street, Friday at 6:30. And yeah, it says these are heavy times, gun violence, division, harsh rhetoric, and so many personal losses weigh on our hearts. Often we carry our grief alone. This gathering is a space for our community to come together, to acknowledge our pain, to share what weighs on us, and to listen to one another with compassion. Through silence, music, and reflection, we will create room to grieve honestly and together.
Yeah, so I don't know, I'm just curious to see how that event plays out, because I believe it's the first time that they will be doing that in our town, so.
Well, they actually, they have, for years, we've done an ecumenical,
Oh, okay.
Thanksgiving celebration.
Gotcha, okay,
And it rotates what churches it goes to.
okay,
And, it includes New Britain too.
okay, yeah,
But without, I mean,
But-
this has the added focus of.
Yeah, this is,
Yeah.
but there are ecumenical services that we do, every year.
okay, that's good to know.
So, yeah, but
Yeah.
this is.
So I don't know, maybe it's something to look at, and hear from if anybody is going, I'm not sure, but, I don't know, maybe something could be implemented like that with us, not sure.
Like that type of event?
Yes.
Or
yeah.
take the topics that come up there and kind of explore them for our event?
Well, I guess, yeah, that too. I was mainly just thinking like how we could adapt that sort of event and do it again with us, but that's also a good idea too of trying to see which topics people are most concerned
Mhm.
about. What does everybody think?
No, yeah, I think
Oh.
there are a lot of many concerns that people have right now across the spectrum that's going on, and us, listening in and figuring out what people are really into right now is definitely important. Um, trying to like convey that into an event. I mean, like obviously we could host a similar thing, like you said, Kaylee or Katie, where we have a forum where people can address those, or we could talk about something that that we think is like really important for people to talk about. But yeah, I think that, like Carol said, and like you said, like really being in tune with what people are, facing right now would be important to focus on in our next event. So whether that's, violence in our communities, right, which is the topic of this event, or whether that's food insecurity or, benefit cuts across the board, whatever it may be, figuring out what's really going to resonate with people here, I think is definitely important. So.
Yeah, well, I think that, how to put this, like you want to hear people concerned, but I feel like a component of it has to be us trying to help them with some solution, and not just, okay, you come and you talk about, I have this and this and this, but what can we do? We're being the change. What can we do to help you with the issue that you're having? So like Carol said, like if you went to that event, you're there to, as a committee, We could listen to what's the concerns are, and then try to think about what can we do to provide information and services to people to help them with their concern. Right, because if they just come to our event for us just to be a sounding board, then you have nothing to sort of offer them.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I also think like, keeping in whatever kind with what we did this year, having something for them to do as an active service at the event is also good. So just thinking about, how we can tie that into whatever we end up doing, like what can people do at the event to make them feel like they're making a change too.
Yeah.
Besides having information and resources, right? Because like the
Mhm.
draw and getting them there is like, oh, you can do this, right? The last time it was make bags, it was, so, thinking about that too. But, I I was also just thinking about like, getting the people that are affected to the event, right? That was something last year too. So it's like if we were going to focus on like, just going off of what Carol was talking about, say we were going to focus on seniors, right? And we wanted to have seniors come to the event, draw the seniors to the event to talk about. Maybe we had representatives from the different like state programs, or like even if we could get federal programs, like even like a representative from John Larson's office or whoever the congressperson may be at that time, and state offices, whatever, and like have them feel like they could get a caseworker to help them, and have them feel like, almost like if you guys have ever heard of Stand Down, which is happening this Friday. But right, so veterans go, and it's like this one-stop shop where they can get all sorts of casework and all sorts of help and all sorts of benefits, right? So that's where my mind goes with that. Like, if I think about like if I'm gonna call in a community that needs help, I think about what they're gonna need there to get from it to get there. Like why would they go?
Right.
And then yeah, figuring out who that would be. But just food for thought. But yeah.
I also think, and I don't know how we address it, but I just think our community as a whole at this point needs to have kindness and be the change. I mean, all of the, recent news around Charlie Kirk, which was horrible, and the expressions of, I don't know, meanness from both sides. And how do we just maybe do something that reminds people of just kindness in, it's okay for us to have differing opinions, but we still should be embracing each other as humans, and I don't
I
know.
like this, Carol. You just inspired me actually. So what if our whole theme of the event was just like about like kindness, like togetherness, like little activities we can do together? I mean, like I know like obviously we want to have the resources and we can think about that, but like if our focus of the event was just coming together, and like maybe that's like letter writing. Maybe we have like letter writing to like, I don't know, veterans or seniors or something. Like there's all sorts of different letter writing campaigns we could get involved in. We could have people sit down and write letters, and like, we could have them paint the rocks like we did this time, or like something else like that. But like, in a time where everyone's so divided, and like, like Katie said, they're having this forum for the first time ever. Someone's showing off on their bike, but they're having this forum for the first time ever because they know that, people are really divided, and there's a really strong inclination to come together and be kind. So maybe there's something we can run with there, and just like having an event,
I like that.
And it feels positive too.
Yeah,
right?
I like
Or,
that.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I could look into more ideas, but obviously, like, there's a ton of things we could think of that would be like cute little bonding, fun family
Well,
activities
in addition
that are
to,
kind that we could, but go ahead, Karen. Sorry.
well, in addition to, the kindness, the coming together piece, perhaps if we can get like people need, how I can't think, I want to say Pilates or dancing, like you do that kind of things. Like when you have some things in common bond, join in an activity. So even have those services available to say people can join it. Like, let's see what our community have available that we can do
Right.
together, meet people and interact outside of discussing your politics. Because I think once you get to know people, I, once you get to know people, like you can have good, honest discussion with them. There won't be so much division.
Yeah. The division.
So if you're in different activity or not like all alone. Sometimes people just go home, they stay home. They're not in groups participating in things. So maybe you can do something around that too, belonging. I don't know if I'm explaining it well. But
Yeah, like making a connection and,
Mhm.
yeah, there you go. That's the word, Carol.
Mhm.
The teacher couldn't come up with it, but different ways to make connections.
I think that's a great idea, and I think it ties in with what Lucas was saying about finding ways of or just to incorporate ways of being kind to each other because just each time Jamila, when I can't remember her name, but our yoga instructor, whenever she comes, the people who are there doing yoga, like we all start talking.
Right.
Talking to each other. It's like, oh, where are you from? And where do you
Right.
practice yoga? And what other types of working out do you do? Or, so I do agree that I think that there is a way to have it all. I think that there's a way to have, for
Do
people
both,
not
right? Yeah.
necessarily, right, be able
Uh-huh.
to move, maybe there's a letter writing depending on the time of year. I mean, are we talking during the summer again, July, or is this something that might possibly be separate? Oh, in addition to, okay, so let's say if
I
we,
don't know. I'm
That was her
asking.
question.
That was a question, not a.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I offer this. If it's something where we have this in addition to our, official Be the Change that we partnered up with I can't remember the organization, but Bill and his team. If it's say during the fall, maybe we have people, their letter writing campaigns, or maybe you're signing holiday cards to send to troops who are overseas and away from their families. Or if it's, we pick a particular nursing home or maybe a group of nursing homes and people are signing or writing messages to the residents or something like that. That could be, so there's something for people who want to sit, and then there could be yoga or a dance instructor or line dancing, which is really popular right now. Something where we could incorporate people moving with each other and thus talking and communicating and getting to know each other. So I think that we can do it on various levels.
Were you
I
gonna
agree.
say something, Jamila?
Excuse me?
Were you going to
You're
say
lit up.
something?
No, I
I'm
had.
shocked.
Oh no, sorry. I'm multitasking. I was sending a text. Sorry, called me. No, I'm agreement because I think she was echoing
Mhm.
what I said.
Yep.
So I'm in alignment and trying to do something in both the kindness, belonging, and just find a way to connect both of those ideas.
How ambitious are we feeling? Are we feeling like we'll put a lot of work into one combo bigger event like we did last year? Or I'm hearing people saying, are we doing something in addition? Like, are we looking at doing one thing or two things?
Well, I was thinking it'd be in the summer like we did this past year, like work towards doing something good and not like someone mentioned about not feeling rushed or just really plan it out well,
Yeah.
make it
I
even
agree.
I agree.
bigger and bigger and better this year.
Yeah.
I
I
agree.
like our one big event, and I think that, as we're planning the one big event, if we feel it necessary to have something later in the year that we could, think about harder, I would go that. But I think thinking about just one right now and kind of fitting everything under that one big tent would be the best. So
And given the size of our small but mighty committee, I think one of one event might be realistic for us to plan that we could sort of, because we are small, but we are mighty.
Right.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think it's got
And we
more of
have
an
jobs.
impact.
But it also gives us we are able to focus our small but mighty resources into one event and make it amazing, like we did this
Yeah.
year. So I think there's no need to separate that up. I'm sure we can channel everything into one big event and find the way in the avenue that works for that. So
Okay. Anything more on that?
I like summertime, obviously. Keep it that way.
I probably won't be here. Next summer, I'm leaving on July 4th for 2 weeks in Alaska, so.
Oh, Alaska is worth it, but
Yes.
I think that
Nice.
falls after the first 2 weeks of
Oh,
July.
does it?
Yes, so
Yeah,
you'll be
Yeah, so
okay.
you'll get
Okay.
out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
So
the heat.
can't beat our
We'll
say.
be back.
We'll see you
All
there.
right.
Okay. No, this is good. Definitely a good place to start with. So very exciting. Okay, agenda
Okay, we did a
item.
lot.
Oh, yeah, do you have, speaking of vacation, right, so, when in July, do you remember, was it a third week when?
This year it was the 25th, and I think it's always like the same,
Oh, okay.
because it's that anniversary date.
Ah.
Oh, it was the
So,
24th. Let me
What
look.
was that?
That was July 24th, but I'm going to look up. Let's see.
Like, is that a third Thursday or a second Thursday? I don't know.
Oh, the third Thursday is on the 16th, and I don't know if I'm back yet.
This year is July 26, 2026. That'll be the 36th anniversary.
July.
Okay.
Okay, so it'll be the following week, okay.
So you guys all know far enough in advance, no planning vacations.
I'm marking it on my calendar now.
There you go. You'll be back from Alaska with tales to tell us.
Well, here's the thing. The actual anniversary is Sunday. July 26, 2026 is a Sunday. So
I'll check with Bill. I'm sure he's
Yes,
already got
yeah.
it on his calendar, and I'll just email you guys all that.
okay. Perfect.
Okay. Any individual member reports? I'll just say, for Human Services, we're already gearing up for our holiday program. We've got 200 households enrolled. We expect probably about 350 by Thanksgiving, and then typically 400 by Christmas, by December. So
Wow.
we've been busy getting ready for that.
Mhm.
And that's the event that you have the volunteers sort of packing everything, is it, Carol?
Yeah.
Okay. Will you let us know when those opportunities are? Because I'd love to participate.
Yeah, we're actually having a meeting for volunteers that kind of goes over the whole thing on October 14th. So I
Okay.
can send you all,
Hmm.
I'll send you the flyer.
Yeah.
Feel welcome, but no obligation. I don't wanna,
Yeah, no, that.
yeah.
Yes. No, it's awesome, Carol. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anything to share?
Not at the moment.
No, that's it. Do we have a new member?
We have
We have a
a
special guest
member of
joining.
the public here taking notes and trying out. Do you want to introduce yourself again? I don't think everybody was here.
Oh, I was late. I'm so sorry.
I'm Autumn Chamberlain. I'm a student at UConn. I'm a journalism major. I'm just here reporting on the event for an assignment.
Oh, welcome. That's wonderful.
And then we get you the follow-up report when we're actually doing our big event in July.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
That would be wonderful.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So we've secured our first press.
Journalist, yeah, Karen. We're good.
Look
You
at
got
us.
today.
You didn't know coming to one meeting committed you for the year, did you? You're okay with it, I like it, good.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
once a member of human rights, always a member
Always
of
a
human
member.
rights.
Well, funny enough, I did see Liza today at the Capitol, guys. And
Oh, great.
Hi,
she
Liza.
heard how well our event went. And so
Oh,
it's
good.
actually really funny to see her. Well, we were gonna have a meeting tonight, so.
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw her Monday night at a meeting, but I didn't get an opportunity to talk with her.
Yeah, she's fabulous.
Yeah.
She
So,
is.
yeah. No, I'm just
But
glad that I
Lucas
didn't
is
completely
filling those
fumble,
big
guys.
shoes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I talked right over you. You're
No.
filling those big shoes is what I said.
I'm trying. It's really hard, trust me.
Well,
Liza
I'm glad
is-
she was pleased.
yeah. So no, but I couldn't do it without this incredible team. So it's nothing to do with me, really. So, but yes, other business. I don't know.
Thank
No.
you.
No, I can't think of any. Oh,
Okay. You
before
can go on, I just,
Any members of the public online looking to comment? I don't see any on my end.
nobody online. Do you have any comments for your first experience in this meeting?
I do not yet.
Not yet. She's still be on her way.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's
thank
very
you.
exciting. So, and thank you all for being so incredible. So, and now I think I'd like to call for a motion to adjourn. Let
I
us
have a
all go have
question.
dinner.
A second.
I'll second the motion.
That has been seconded, and everyone is out of here. So, thank you all, and have a great night.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Thank you.
Quick
Thank
question. So
you.
we're staying with the third Wednesday, was it?
Yes,
Third Wednesdays,
Of the
and
odd month.
of
I'll
November.
send out the email with the date for the concert. I'll talk to Bill tomorrow.
Okay,
All right.
perfect. I'm just gonna
Thank
add
you,
it to my
Carol.
calendar. Thanks, everyone. Have a good
Okay, bye-bye.
evening.
Thank
you.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Okay. Okay. And then.